Hello everybody, it's Rick Drasin and this is Rick Drasin Live. And today I want to talk about something we can all identify with. How many times in your life have you seen somebody who say, oh my God, that person's lucky. Everything comes their way, no matter what they do, it always comes their way. And how many people have you seen that are unlucky and they can't do anything right and everything fails? It goes on both sides of the coin. Growing up, my mom always told me, she said, Rick, you're the luckiest kid I've ever seen. Everything falls your way. I said, well, I kind of make it happen that way just by thinking positive and with my attitude, and I think things just work out. Whereas my mom was a procrastinator and things didn't always work out for her because she always thought on the negative side of something. When I was in the t-shirt business and doing really, really well with all the logos, she said to me, what's going to happen one day if nobody ever wants to buy another t-shirt? I said, Mom, why would you even think like that? Why would you even say such a thing? You know it's going to go on forever. And I proved to her that t-shirts probably were the largest selling item in the world for promotional, for every business or anything today or through the years, they all had a t-shirt to give away to advertise their business. So I was always going to make money printing t-shirts or design them without fail. I knew this. So what I want to say about being lucky is you kind of manifest your own luck. You just don't trip and fall into stuff. It doesn't happen that way. You put it out there and it comes back. And I was watching something that had a professor from England who did some research on it, and he said these are the key factors in being lucky. Number one is a smile. If you walk around with a smile, people notice you, they nod to you, they say hi, and it's a door opener for everybody that you might want to meet and down the road and can help you in your future and in your business or whatever thing you want to do. So it always pays to be nice and have a smile towards somebody. Open the door for them, how you doing, have a nice day, whatever, because it comes back to you. Attitude is another thing. If you wake up in the morning, you have a bad dream or you have a bad night, that's behind you now. You're starting a new day fresh. Start out with a good attitude. Always know that there's going to be a good day ahead of you, and if you really feel it, you'll have it. I have friends that tell me they wake up in the morning and I've known one for years. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I just thought everything's wrong. And he's done this for all the years I've known him, and so far everything's wrong. And he's always tired because he convinced himself mentally that he was, so he began to think he's tired, and he was because he said it to himself. Social skills are very, very important. There's so many people that don't have social skills. They don't know what to say in public. They're stuck for an answer if you ask them a question. Okay, I get that. That happens. Not everybody can get on here and talk like I do. But it does help to be able to do it because social skills are important for moving ahead in your business or whatever work you want to do, and knowing how to treat people on the job or off the job to enhance yourself, to make yourself better at what you do and get ahead in life. This is very important. These are all lucky people, by the way. I'm reading this about multitasking. A lucky person can multitask anything. They can do 2 or 3 things at once, and it always seems to work out. And they know how to do it. They have the energy. They have the mindset. The mind is scattered around stuff, so it can comprehend everything at once on different levels. This is a lucky person. They can put everything together in pieces. An accomplishment list. I make a list every day of all the things I want to accomplish in one day. It's very important. It's according to a priority. Now, if I don't finish off that day, it goes on the top of the list the next day. This is something I learned a long time ago. Those who don't have a list can't get anything done because sometimes it takes them all day to do one thing where I can do many things in one day. But if I don't and I only have one thing, I'll wait all day and I'll do it at the end of the day, or maybe not at all. It's easy to put it off. I'm reading my own writing here. Staying fit mentally and physically is a huge plus. When you work out, and I'm not saying a bodybuilder, but you exercise and you eat properly, your mind is working good and your body's following what it does. Your mind is telling your body, look at me, I'm in good shape, I can think mentally, and you can operate physically as well. How many people sit around and don't do anything and they're lazy and nothing works on them because it clogs up like an old sewer pipe? Meeting people socially, going to parties, going to events, sticking your face out there in front of everybody so that people get to know you, and maybe it'll work in your field of work. Because there's many people who say it's who you know, but I've always said it's not who you know, it's who knows you. And so many people say that they met somebody who knew me that I don't know because I put myself out there and people know who I am. So that helps because when you walk into a place, people say, oh, I know you from somewhere. Oh, yeah, okay. Well, that starts a conversation. This is lucky people. This is how things happen for them. I don't know. I always feel like I'm going to find something, or if I think about, so I used to tell my mom, look, there's something I really want. I think I really want this, and I really wanted it bad. 2 days later, if I mentioned it 3 times, it was in my lap. I had it. She always said that. You talk about something the 3rd time, you usually have it. Well, I made it happen. Somehow, subconsciously, luckily, I made it happen. And this is what happens. Now, people who are unlucky, number 1, they have a bad attitude. They think negative, everything is wrong. They never look on the good side of anything. It's always the bad side. No matter how good it is, they'll find something wrong with it. If you talk about a person as the nicest person you know, they'll find something, well, they wore funny clothes, or their hair is stupid, or whatever, because they're looking for a negative to make themselves feel better. This is what pulls them up, because putting somebody else down brings them up. Self-pity. How many people do you know that are victims? Everything goes wrong. Oh my God, they took advantage of me at the gas station. Or I wanted a 7-Eleven. They didn't sell me properly. Starbucks messed up my drink. I didn't get the proper change. It's always something like that. Friends of mine that go to eat, the meal's always wrong. This didn't come out right. This is burnt. This isn't good. They got to send it back. I rarely ever have that happen. Social skills, that's all part of social skills, getting along with people and accepting them for who they are. So look on the good side of them. Find something about them that you really like and center in on that. Don't look at something you don't like, because that can become a big white elephant in the room. And then people who are negative like that, other people avoid them. So the person might say, I don't have any friends. Well, look in the mirror. This is why. But so many people who do that don't look in the mirror. They think it's everybody but them. They think they're the ones that's perfect and everybody else not. But when people start scattering in a crowd, how can it be everybody else when it's you that made them scatter? You have to think about that. This is what it's like. Negative people can only focus on one thing. For example, if you give, this was a test they gave them. They gave them a newspaper. They told them to go through it and find where the jobs were, how many pictures they saw. The negative people spent all the time in the world looking for pictures, where the positive person went through it, the lucky person, he found all the pictures within 30 seconds and he was already done on to the next thing, because he didn't take so much time trying to find something. Same thing with a job. People look for jobs, but they look at one thing and they don't see the other opportunities around them. Or they go into somewhere to do something. They see one thing. They don't know what else is around them. And this is something you have to understand. This is pretty much it, but I mean, I'm sure there's more things I can add to this, but negative people will bring you down if you allow it. They can bring you down to their level and you'll feel horrible. Told me once by a psychologist that if you put a bunch of crabs in a jar, they're always trying to escape to the top of the jar to get out. But the other crabs underneath are pulling their legs down, trying to get them back down, because they don't want them to escape. They want them to stay down in misery with them. And this happens in your social life as well. If you're happy and you're going out and you're doing things you want to do and you're successful, there's people who are going to try to pull you back to them because they don't want to see you get away from them. They want you to be in the same misery pot that they're in. This happened to me leaving a small town with a few people. I mean, I have a lot of friends and they're good people, but once I got away and did what I wanted, I was always getting these phone calls. Why don't you move back here and be like us and get jobs with what I do? Because they weren't able to leave and do the things I wanted, and I was happy with what I was, but no one liked the fact that I was happy. So I'm sure you've seen this a lot, and there's certain ways to deal with it. Look on the good side of everybody. I know you've heard this a million times, but it does make a difference. And if you can say something nice to somebody, it makes a huge difference, because they don't expect it, and they'll turn around and pay it forward. This is what I did in Starbucks I told you about with the lady last week. It's just so much easier to wear a smile and be nice. There's no harm in it at all. It sure takes a lot less muscles in your face to smile than it does to frown. Someone just wrote in, yes, I agree, muscles are not everything. No, they're not. If you have a good body and a muscular body, sure, it opens the door. Wrestling opens the door for me. A lot of people want to talk about it. But once you're in that door and you start talking, you have to be very humble about what you're talking about and be upfront and honest and nice. It's always good to be nice, because if you come across as a badass, it doesn't work. People don't like it. All right, people, have a good rest of the evening, because it's getting into the late hour and time for dinner. So make sure you eat something nutritious and tasty, and don't have too many carbs tonight. Wait till Sunday. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time.
drasin.com. He is the equalizer, baby. See you next time.